Well, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning somewhere out there in the world. It's been a busy morning already, and it's awesome to be here. Of course, this is none other than your hostess with the mostest, EVE, Real Talk with EVE. And what are we going to talk about today? Well, first of all, I want to give kudos to the people that are out there making a difference in our community, and also to all the leaders in every school that really put forth the effort to improve the quality of education for our youth. And of course, you guys know I'm all about education. For many years, I would say 20 plus years, I have been talking about the quality of education, quality of life. But you know what? I can't, or I shouldn't be just talking about it, right? We have to really be about it. And that's what I want to touch on today. I do apologize for coming in just a tad bit late. I was serving at a school. We had some little people today. I am just so like loving it. I love being around youth. I tell other adults, hey, I'm a kid too. I'm not a Toys R Us kids, but I am a kid too. And so I want to give a shout out to everyone that took place in today's event out there in Gary, Indiana. For those of you that don't know, I was raised in Gary, Indiana, and I'm always about giving back and bringing back good things. Good things, good things do come out of areas where people may talk negative about. So I just want to say that's where I was at earlier. We signed up some kindergartners, and I just love seeing my 5 year olds. And just it gives me joy, right? But what I want to talk to you about doesn't really give me much joy, unfortunately. And that, as a parent, it's lunchtime, lunch and learn. Today is Happy Saturday, right? Think yourself happy, as I do. Um, Not so happy about what I've learned. I took a 2 day training this past yesterday and the day before with the National Safety Council, and as I was mentioning on the other show, the Face of a Hero, I was talking about people that train, people that do things to make a difference in our schools and keep our kids safe. But now here on Real Talk, can we keep it real? I mean, some of you parents, including myself, didn't know what shape or form drugs come in. Um, I've learned a lot yesterday about drugs and what they look like. And in some cases, you would have no idea that they're actually drugs. Um, they don't look like drugs, I'll tell you that much. They actually look like candy. And it certainly doesn't, well, it could taste like candy. You guys know that song, right? Well, I'm going to share a few pictures with you. Hopefully, this comes out good. Pictures of things that you normally would see, but not know what the content is. Parents, I really want you to pay attention to this, especially if you have young kids. And it's unfortunate if you are taking Xanax, been there. I never wanted it. I took it when it was necessary. I mean, where it was like I was having an anxiety attack back in my 30s, some time ago. I don't like taking medication. I don't like taking any kind of drug. And alcohol, yes, it is a drug, people, in case you did not know. So watch what you put in your body, right? And so I'm going to multitask just a tad bit here for a minute. Um, this is Real Talk with EVE, and I am blessed to be here with you all, people. Thank you for joining me. I thank you. Please share this show. It's every Wednesday at 12:30 and on Saturdays at 12:30 p.m. Central Standard Time as well. And let me tell you, the pictures I saw, and kudos to the men that actually were our instructors yesterday. Um, as a parent, you guys heard that old song, "Things That Make You Go right?" Well, one of the major problems we're having that we're coming across in the schools is vaping. Let me tell you, those vapes, if the liquid is thicker, then is more than likely to have cannabis in them. Parents, you should not allow your kids to even vape. It's worse than smoking. Parents, you shouldn't be vaping either. Is worse than smoking. Now, let me tell you what you may not know is that I have seen youth in videos where they actually have had to need a lung transplant. Okay. And um, with the lung transplant is no fun. You shouldn't even want to even go there. But I'm going to see if I can actually pull up um, these pictures. Allow me to see. Hopefully, they'll come up. These are things that you don't know where they are, but you may find them at your nearest, um, not necessarily grocery store, but your nearest gas station. Hmm. Your nearest gas station. Um, Let me see if I can pull them up. I took these pictures yesterday because I needed to share them on social media, um, on wherever. Okay, people, and I do mean wherever, because I have to educate you, parents. We don't know everything. I promise you that. And because we don't know everything, we have to share this information to you. So let me see. Once again, I'm going to see if I can share my screen. Pictures of drugs. I'm sorry if it's going to come out like this, but I'm not sure if you can actually see this picture. Yeah, you can see it. Let me see if I can enlarge it, folks. Bear with me, okay? It, it just it just got to me. These are pictures of chips where there really aren't chips, and makes you wonder. Okay, let me try this again. If I can actually zoom it in, people. Yeah, there we go. You see these bags of Ruffles, Doritos, and Fritos? Do you think they're just the Ruffles, Doritos, and Fritos, parents, family educators? Do you think so? You see? Now I zoomed it in enough for you to see they have THC 600 milligrams. And what do you see on the bottom right hand corner? Does that little picture look familiar? Like cannabis, like the little leaf of marijuana? Well, these have been found in gas stations, people. And when you see your kids going to a grocery store and buying these, please check their backpack, check the wrapper so that you are aware of what they are eating. I mean, if you don't pay close attention and all you see is Doritos and you see the color Fritos or Ruffles and you see the color of the bag and that's it, please read the wrapper. Read around THC, 100, 600 milligrams. Look at where it says the little CA for cannabis, that little leaf. That is cannabis, people. Our kids are getting addicted. They are really getting high on different things that you'd be surprised, as I was, to learn the things that they use for that. Okay, here's another one. This is acid, LSD. These are sold online. And so look at the right hand. I mean, and also one thing that they pointed out, if you see anything that's suspicious, you don't know what it is, please use gloves. That's something that we saw that they failed in this picture that was wrong, is actually that they did not use gloves to grab this. So they'll take a little piece and put it in their mouth and it just dissolves. So their LSD is a liquid that goes into this form of material. And you never know what it is. You may have seen it before and not know. And look at this one. Now, yesterday I shared it on social media, a picture of what I had as snacks, what my snacks were. and my snacks were Skittles and some cacahuates, Chinese peanuts. But the Skittles, I mean not Skittles, Starbuzz. The Starbuzz is what kind of like, because that's what I was eating, right? But I was like, whoa, really? Wow. Um, do you guys even know? Have you seen these wrappers? Have you seen the wrappers of candy, chips, in the gas stations? I told myself I am going to go check on those at the gas stations that I go to that are near the school. That's where I may think that you could find them. Let me go back to sharing my screen and go to the next picture. Let me zoom that in. And so let's see. Okay, so you see it says Canna Burst, Skittles. Look at that, Zombie. You see that? Um, Stone Patch, the Sour Patch. If you just see the gummies and you just see the word patch, or not even look at the words, but you know that that wrapper looks familiar, or the gummy sours, that is not Starburst. It's Canna Burst. Here again, the labels. Read the labels, parents. Here, you see where it says Skittles, Zombie. Okay, that CA left bottom left hand corner, the sign of the symbol of cannabis. Who loves Oreos? I do, but look at what it's called, Stonio. You get stoned with these Oreos. I mean, these are the things that we need to be aware of and check out. And now this picture was taken at a gas station. Let me zoom it in. This picture was taken at a gas station. Look what they have on this stand. Parents, when your kids want to go to a gas station, be aware. Go look at it yourself. See what they're selling. You'll find these at hookah place, not hookah places. What you call those cigar places? I don't smoke, so I don't know what they're called, right? But you guys know what I'm talking about. The places where you go and get your cigars, your pipes, and all that. They may have these, but this picture, this exact picture that they shared, because I was taking pictures of everything they were sharing with me with the class yesterday, so I can bring this to you. So I can open up your eyes here. This is real talk, people. And maybe you as a parent's probably eating these too. You may have a child around you thinking it's candy, and it's not. Be aware. Look at the bottom. Let me erase that. Jolly Rancher gummies. You see the bottom right hand corner? I hope you can see it. Let me zoom it in some more. The Stonio cookies instead of Oreos. Look at the labels. Read the labels, parents, educators, teachers, SROs. I mean, you should know this already, right? Especially in the schools. How safe are our kids, right? In our schools as well. I mean, Fritos, the Cheetos, Jolly Smacker gummy sours. Look at the labels. Look at the labels. You have that little cannabis label, 600 mg. I mean, this is telling you right there what it has. So don't be fooled by the wrappers. Please do not be fooled by the wrappers. Please do not be fooled by the wrappers. You need to share this, people. You need to share what is taking place in our community, in our schools. We just don't know. Let me see how this looks here. Yeah, okay, here we go. I just changed the screen. You just don't know what we're looking at anymore. You think it's candy, you think it's chips, and it's not. Well, I was speechless after seeing that. I was like, wow. Wow, let's see if we got any more pictures. Now look at this Fruity Pebbles. Let me zoom it in. Can you tell the difference? Can you tell the difference in the Fruity Pebbles? Not at first sight. Oops, zoomed in too much. Not at first sight, people. You can see something different on the packages, right? Well, first of all, this is a sealable package, the one that says Fruity Pebbles on the left-hand side. It's not a box. sealable because it needs to be sealed and stay fresh because of what's in it. Now, the right hand one, that's the real one. That's the real Fruity Pebbles because it has post and it says the per serving on ingredients. And then on the bottom, look, it even says medicated 100, I'm sorry, 1000 mg. Medicated. Beware when your kids, you think they're eating cereal, think again. It's not really cereal. I am I'm wowed by all of this. And so I said, oh, I need to make this a show. It's fresh, it's happening, it's disgusting. It really disgusts me to see all that we are not aware of, that we need to be aware of as educators, as parents, families, grandmas, grandpas. Um, it's just, I mean, it just made me go, wow, I cannot believe it. I was wow, 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 taking pictures to come and show you. Um, and just in a few minutes, I'm going to share some more pictures as well. You know, the spray that when you, it's used to clean the keyboards, the computers, and when you spray, that can gets real cold. Well, guess what? The youth are actually sniffing that. Yep, they are sniffing that. I was like, no way. So, teachers, administrators, get with the program and look to see what you guys are going to decide to do or decided to do as far as locking them up. And I'm not trying to give ideas to our youth that may be watching this show, but I am telling the parents, you better watch it. Pay attention to what you have around your class. The glue, you guys know that from years ago, that cement glue. Let me stop sharing. The cement glue. Then maybe some of you sniffed. Yep, they sniff gasoline. They sniff whatever they can get their hands to. And it's sad. It's really, really, really sad. I'm going to share some more pictures, so just bear with me. If you are a teacher, a parent, an educator, just be aware of what can be that is not. I mean, if I see all of a sudden a wrapper, I mean, the wrapper or the bag of candy, empty candy bag or bag of Cheetos or Fritos, and I would automatically just assume that it's what it is. Well, it really isn't, as you just saw, as I showed you. Um, Disturbing. It's very disturbing. And, you know, I'm seeing college students taking the Benadryl. So we've seen students take the Benadryl. What happens is that they get a high off the Benadryl, the NyQuil as well. Parents, lock up your medications because guess what? They are taking them as well. They're taking the Ambien. Yeah, for those that need sleep aid, the Ambien, you better lock it up. The Xanax, these some of these medications can actually be made whatever the chemicals, everything they need to make it look like they are that drug and not be that drug. uh, they order all of this online, people. There's so much that I'd like to share with you, so I may do this in episodes because I took a lot of pictures, and of course this show is only 30 minutes. And I just want to remind people that um, what we think is isn't, and alcohol is a drug, people. Okay. The eyes, the pupils, they're open. The pupil, the it's is open, like when they dilate your eyes. That tells you that they are high. The statistics, though, let me tell you, the statistics blew my mind. I'm trying to pull these up. Blew my mind as to how they did a survey, and since it was anonymous, these kids uh, told on themselves because it was unanimous. So you know, no one really had to know who it was, so they went in and told on themselves. And um, the percentage. And here in Indiana, in Northwest Indiana, in Illinois, it's pretty big. Let me see, drug use and findings. Okay, let me go back to sharing this screen, guys. And I really appreciate you guys being here with me on this because this is so vital, so important. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining me here at Real Talk with E.V.E. And if you're a grandparent, if you're a parent, please share this with your loved ones and look at um, what they're eating, what they're not shouldn't be eating, because it's just so sickening. It really is. It's sickening. Okay, bear with me. And again, thank you for joining me today. I just felt that it was necessary for me to share this. Now I'm trying to share my screen once again. Here we go. All right, let me share this screen. Drug use. I hope you guys can see what I'm sharing here on my screen. Drug use in children. This is Indiana. Drug use among youth, key findings in Indiana. Teens in Indiana are 2.11% more likely to have used drugs in the last month, more than the average American teen. 46,000 reports using drugs in the last month. Among them, 86.96 report using marijuana. These are kids. These are teens, people. These are your kids. This is based on the statistics of last year from Data of Trends and Abuse, the drug abuse statistics.org hub. 89.96. This is last year. Reported that they use marijuana. And the marijuana that they make now is not the same as back in the day. It was the herb coming off from the plant and drying it up, right? Putting in little baggies. 170 report using methamphetamines in the last month. Wow. This is statistics from last year, people. This is for real. It just saddened me to see that the numbers are huge. Drug use among our youth in Indiana. 1,362 report misusing pain relievers in the last month. Parents, lock up your steroids, your narcos, your narcotic drugs that you use for pain. 42 report using heroin last month. That's talking last year. This is according to the stats of last year. Oops, just happened here. Sorry, I'm trying to move it. I'm sorry. Okay. 4,168 report using alcohol in the last month. Keep in mind, alcohol is a drug. Alcohol is a drug, folks. Keep that in mind. It's sickening, isn't it? Okay, let's see what else we have. Drug use among youth. This is what blew me away. This is what really blew me away. 2.8 million teenagers nationwide reported using drugs. 2.08 million. Wow. And among them, they're using marijuana. 591,000 report using an illicit drug other than marijuana. Look at the 8th grade rate. 8.7% of 8th graders have tried illicit drugs. That is sad. That is sad, people. Let me see if I can pull this other one. I think we pulled that one already. Yeah, we reported this one. 46,000 report using drugs last month. Look at this one, guys. Drugs used among youth nationwide, 61%. And it went up among the middle schoolers. This is according to up to 2020. This is coming from the Drug Statistics 2022. 50% teens misused. 1 out of 80 teens. 8 teens One out of 8 teens abused an illicit substance this past year. These numbers are way high. And unfortunately, they're going to keep going higher if we, you and I, don't do something about this. If you and I don't do something about this. It's sad. We brush things off as parents. We brush things off as educators. Yeah, I'm going to talk about educators. I'm an educator by default, but I'm one to bring awareness and I'm going to catch things and I'm going to talk about these things. Let me share a few more pictures, if I may. One celebrity, I was like, whoa, wow. The way he looked, it's going to surprise you. You guys may have seen him as a kid, but what he looked like in this picture, Miley Cyrus, she's I think she brags about it. She loves entertaining when she's under the influence of drugs. What kind of example are we setting our youth? Especially, our celebrities. What kind of example are you setting? Well, this one right here is going to set a better example than that because I care about what happens to our kids because it's their future and we're really allowing them to mess it up. Okay. Let me start sharing once again these photos. I hope that you guys are able to see these photos. Give me a thumbs up. Tell me yes. Hey, Brother Mark, that I have to speak real. That's why this show is called Real Talk with E.V.E. And this is the information that people don't like sharing. And this is the conversation that people don't want to talk about. Well, I'm going to talk about it. I'm actually talking about it right now with you. Okay, you guys remember this kid on the left at age 13, right? At age 32, he didn't look so bad. And look at that. I think he was age 41 in this. Let's see, to say age 41 in this picture. I'm not very good with names, but I remembered it yesterday. Look at what meth can do to you. Kid on the left looked normal. The guy on the 32, he looked at age 32, he still looked all right. But you best believe that picture on the right hand makes him look a lot older than 41, 42, 43. And that's what meth does to you. And that actually looks like a mugshot. You guys remember that kid on the left, right? I just cannot remember his name right now. But the point of the matter is that I'm trying to show you what it looks like, what people look like when they're doing this type of drugs. It's sick, sad. Let me share something else. This is not for human consumption. It looks like tea bags. Okay. Let me try to bring it down. Synthetic drugs. That left Spice Diamond looks like a little tea bag. This is not meant for human consumption. If you see these little wrappers, best believe there's nothing good in it. All right. Synthetic drugs, people. Here's another one. You all seen these all over the counter? You wonder why certain drugs or certain medications are now being locked up where they need the key to get them out is because our kids are drinking these, taking these like there's no tomorrow, and they are getting messed up. Okay? Lock up your NyQuil if you have kids around. It's okay to take it just because you're not feeling well, but some of you use it to put you to sleep. You get addicted to this because of the dextromethorphan, sorry, DXM for short. It's like now it's unfortunate they have to lock these things up. Look at this. They said that some of this is not good because it actually has a trace of cannabis. Now, if it's for medicinal reasons, purposes, and you have a prescription, also lock it up if you have children. Lock it up, people. This, you guys can find this, I think, on Amazon from what I was told yesterday. That Cali Gold, when in moderation, it's okay. It's a stimulant, right? But what do kids do with stimulants? Stimulants. If you take more, then guess what? You're going to go on OD. It becomes like an opioid. You guys may have seen this product. Let me zoom it back at some more here. So, see that? It's okay if you do it in low moderation. Okay, it produces a mild stimulant effect. People, are you with me on this? Are you with me? Because is no fun finding this information out. It really isn't. It's no fun. You should have seen me yesterday. I was so thankful that I took the time to take these two trainings so that I can come and tell you. Wow, it's already at the end of my show here at Real Talk with E.V.E. Thank you for joining me, and let's keep it real, people. These are necessary conversations. The whip, the ready whip that we use for our pies, kids are using that to sniff. They let it sit and they don't shake it. They just press the stuff that comes out that makes the whip puffy when we shake it and we pour it in our pies and whatnot and our ice cream. Well, these kids are sniffing it. They're not shaking it, they're letting it sit, and they're sniffing it. They're only killing themselves slowly. We saw some videos as well that I was like, wow, these videos show what it looked like to be on meth, what the things that they do. Some walk like they're on a cloud. Some are aware, but their body movements are like you can tell that person's under drugs. That they're doing meth or something. But it's sad that I have seen these videos and they were funny because of the things they were doing that they were not aware at that moment. They were not in their right state of mind because they were under the influence of some heavy drugs, LSD, crack, cocaine, meth. Um, for those that are taking opiates or steroids or like narcotics, which is like your pain medication, morphine, oxycodone. I'm aware of these medications because my mother, unfortunately, she was under severe pain and it was chronic pain. So she was taking these, but they were measured, they were carefully taken, and to avoid any opiate overdose because it has happened more than you know. Now, fortunately, they are being strict. Doctors are now waking up that they can lose their license if they're just signing off these prescriptions because people are getting addicted to them. It takes just for them to be in pain and they start taking them and then they get addicted to it. And then they start going into other things that now the opiate is not enough. So they go and do other things. And, if you find anything, pick it up and use gloves at all times. Use gloves at all times. Yeah, I think I'm going to talk more about this in the next show at 12:30 this coming Wednesday. I hope that you've learned quite a bit and you've taken notes. Hopefully, you've taken some screenshots of these chips, of these Fritos, Skittles, and Starburst, and or Starburst. We're thinking it's that candy, and it's not. I think I misspelled Starbucks or Starbust. That Starburst. Getting tongue twisted here. The Starburst candy is not Starburst candy. Go into these gas stations and look around and see what you find. And you go to these cigar stores or whatever. I forget what they're called. I don't smoke, so I don't do any of that stuff to know what they're called. But go in there and just observe, or even take a picture. Don't let your kids go to these grocery store. I mean, not grocery stores, but gas stations. Go get their chips. I see a lot of kids eat chips for breakfast. Be careful to see what they're buying. Educators, go to these stores yourself. Go to these gas stations and see what they have in the counter. See what they have on the stand to purchase. And those of you who just joined me, please hit replay. and go back and look at the pictures I shared with you. Um, and just let's just keep it real. Yeah. So on that, I do have places to go, people to see, and things to do. It's never a dull moment here with E.V.E. Thank you for joining me here. Happy Saturday. Have a wonderful weekend. May you be safe, be blessed, and share these videos because it's not about me. It's about what I'm sharing, the content here that's so important. We need to educate ourselves, but help each other out. Iron sharpens iron. And on that note, people, thank you once again for joining me. And I will go back and comment, respond to your comments. Once again, thank you. And you guys be safe. Until next time, here, Real Talk with E.V.E. Yeah, it's been real. It's been fun. Gotta go. Gotta run. Peace to you. God bless.